this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. And this very bright and rainbow Christmas card is our project for today. Might be familiar to some of them. I have made a similar project before when we had our Festival of Trees stamp set. I made a very similar card to this, but I thought with our new pine tree punch I would revisit it. I do love this. I've got to remember who I've sent one similar to before, so I can't before I send this year, which might prove difficult. But anyway, I did think I'd make it again with our Perfectly Plaid set. So this is the set that I've used, and I've used that stamp set on the trees and punched them out with the pine tree punch. There. Today I'm going to do slightly differently. I'm going to use the Perfectly Plaid one, the plaid Christmas tree, but very similar to what I've made. So let's get started. Sheet of art, thick whisper white. I'm going to bring in the new trimmer. Oh, I am loving this trimmer so much. I wasn't a huge fan, unlike some people, I wasn't a huge fan of the last one. It had too many niggles for me, but this one is brilliant. So I'm going to cut my cardstock. It's a sheet of A4. I'm cutting it more or less in half, cutting it at 15. What I tend to do with my A4 cardstock is I do some card blanks at 15 and some at 14.5, and it's a tiny strip then left over, because it's just too complicated a measurement to do exactly halfway. And then, but we are going to score halfway, so let's get rid of the blade and score like so. So that's our card blank made. I'll score that in a minute. Right, what we then need is a panel. So this now measures 15 by 10.5 centimetres, or 6 inches by 4 1/8. What we're going to do is we're going to cut a panel that is either 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 centimetre smaller. So I'm working in centimetres. I'm going to do it 14.5 by 10. And I'm using Melon Mambo, which is, I'm doing the other colourway round. What I did before, I did Bermuda Bay there and Melon Mambo. I'm going to swap them round today. So I need to do this at 10. Actually, I'll do this way first. I'll do what am I doing? I need to do it 14. Let's do that. So I did it 5th, so I need 14.5. Sorry, getting myself a bit muddled here. So 14.5 by 10. And that panel should sit very nicely on there with a nice border all the way around. There we go. And then we need to come back in with a piece of white and do the same again. Cut it down by 1/2 centimetre or 1/4 of an inch. So it was 14.5, so it's going to be 14. And it was 10, and it's going to be 9.5. So that means you get really nice layered panels. Right. Oh no, that's not right. Let's try that again. I must have cut that wrong. Let's try again. It's 14. I know it's 14. I think I must have misread the measurements by 9.5. That's what I did here. Yeah, why is that? Oh no, it's that way that was wrong. That way was wrong. Yeah, no, I've done it right now. Sorry, you do get these videos, warts and all, I'm afraid. You do get all my errors. So you can see that sometimes I do make errors as well, like the best people. Right, so we're going to layer and layer and layer. 3 layers. So let me put my board away. I'm coming with my Tombow. So lovely. I now feel like I can legitimately be doing Christmas projects. It's the end of October, and I need to have all my cards made really by the middle of November, because otherwise, and then gift buying and everything gets in the way. So I do like to have my paper crafting finished, so I legitimately can craft Christmas things now without people saying, but it's only September or whatever. How about you? Are you an early Christmas crafter, or do you leave it all to the last minute? I have to say, there have been years when I've been writing on my Christmas cards. I've practically been making them as I'm writing on them. And I do try and send all handmade, but I have to admit some years I have given in. Right, doing my usual thing with the glue, just smoothing it around with a cocktail stick so that we don't get any horrible splodges. Little tips will make your cards much more professional if you're just careful about certain things. Right, and one of them is lining this up carefully. So do take time to line your panels up nicely. And then the next one is going on here. So again, a little bit of Tombow. I have to say, I've been using this Tombow for what seems like years, and it hasn't run out yet. I don't know, must be nearly at the end of its life, I would have thought. There we go, and just again smooth that round so you don't get any ugly bits that don't stick down right to the edge. You don't get corners lifting up, and you get a nice firm stick. And of course, with the Tombow you do get a little bit of wiggle room, so you can stick something down and wiggle it around a little bit to get it where you want it. There we go, that's fine though. Just go around with my bone folder and just make sure all those edges are really sealed. I'm then just going to bring a ruler in, and I'm going to measure. Oh, I need to do some stamping first. Right, I've stamped most of the trees that I need. So I have used, like I said, I'm using a different stamp today. So I used the branches one on here, but I'm using the plaid one. And I'm using the same colour ink as I use card. So this is Melon Mambo card and ink. This is Daffodil Yellow. This is Pumpkin Pie, and this is Granny Apple Green. We're going to do a Bermuda Bay one today. So just bring that in. And my Bermuda Bay pad, which is still the old one because it's one of the older colours. See if, I'm sorry if you can hear noise outside. I've got my oldest child home. She's not the quietest person in the world. There we go. And although I've got a sign on my door saying filming, she doesn't seem to pay any attention to that. There we go. And so stamp it, and there, and punch. There we go. Right, and then we're going to come in, like I said, I'm going to bring in a ruler. So you just do the same with all of these, okay? So all the different colours, whatever colours you want to use. You don't have to use the same colours as me. You could experiment with a different colour scheme. That might be quite nice. Quite like to see what you do if you do that. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure halfway so I can put my tree exactly in the middle. And I'm going to stick my Melon Mambo one in the middle there. So, and again, a little bit of glue. Actually, I've got a little bit of Tombow on a lid here, so I might just use that. So I want to use it up. That was from a previous card I was making. So just a little bit with the cocktail stick. So just plonk that one there. So not too near the top, not too near the bottom, and don't forget you're going to come in with a sentiment under here. So leave enough space so it's slightly towards the top. I'm then going to come in with my Bermuda Bay. Doesn't really matter which way round you want to do these. You can do them in rainbow order if you like, or muddle them up to you really. A little bit of poetic license. And I am sticking mine so that their tips nearly touch, but that they are level. Again, the Tombow will give you a chance to even them out. And I'm going to put the green one at this end, the Granny Apple Green one at this end. This is really such a lovely, bright and cheerful card. Really getting away from traditional colour schemes. There we go. There's my 3 trees, and the other trees are going to be stuck up on dimensionals in between, like so. So let me find my dimensionals. Oops, my tweezers fell out as I was doing it. Right, here's your dimensionals. So let's put, there we go. There we go. No, that's not one. There we go. And this one. Just so much fun, and the punches make it so quick. So these would be very, very quick and easy Christmas cards to make. Just need to stamp a load of trees, punch them out, glue them down, do the thing. Wouldn't take that much time. For the effectiveness of the card, it is a very quick card to make. I bet you could do 30 or 40 of these in an evening if you wanted to. And in fact, that might be what I'm resort to doing eventually if I run out of time. There we go. That's the yellow one. And there There we go. And oh, there we go. There's my trees, my rainbow trees. Oh, quite liking this one with the plaid trees. And then I have taken from the Merry Christmas to All set, which I don't seem to have to, oh, there it is. I have to have, here we go. This is the set that I'm using, and I'm using, oops, there the die is sliding out. I'm using Merry and Bright. And what I've done is I took each word and I lined it up on my grid paper and then put the block on top. So hopefully these are straight. So they're going to go there. I'm stamping directly onto my card, which is a bit dangerous, I know, but let's hope that that works. So here we go. Bermuda Bay. And trying to line that up so that it's in the centre and it's straight. Oh, not bad. Oh, there we go. Very nice. Loving this card. Hope you are too. And there is the other one. So I wonder which one you like best. You can leave me a message below to let me know if you like. There we go. Yeah, really liking those. Love the colours, love the brightness of it. Yeah, very different Christmas card. So thank you for watching today. If you'd like to see more of my videos, you can watch more on my channel, and you can subscribe so you don't never miss one, or you can hop over to my blog. The link to this project on my blog will be in the comments in the description, and you can then sign up for email notifications of my blog if you like, if you want to see more of my projects and not miss any. So that's it from me today. Of course, if you want to buy any of the products I've used, they're all available from my online shop, which again are available below. Love to welcome you as a new customer. I do try to treat my customers well with gifts, product gifts if you use my code, and a handmade gift and a nice handmade card each month as well. So do, if you feel like shopping, that would be great. You won't get that from Hobbycraft, but anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.